on this episode of Bot versus Con.
Maybe a Coach Starscream. I know some people out there would die for that. So
what you said, the boombox looks good.
There are some really good things about it, but there are some really big downfalls, and I think it's good to look at both of them.
I'm not going to tell that lie. I agree. I love the colors.
Yeah.
I love the bot mode, kind of like a Superman-ish type, taking flight. I think it looks really good. Slow month, I'll pick it up.
Grimlock's fine. He just needs a sword. That's why I didn't pick up the original Studio Series Grimlock. I'm like, how can you have Grimlock without a sword?
Yeah.
I think this looks like a Carnage from Spider-Man crossover.
This is kind of interesting. I still don't know if I'm going to do it, though.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Welcome back, BVC fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con, and this is Bot versus Con, where your voice is heard.
And we are back with another round of news. But before we jump into that, on our trails to Tfcon, let's give a shout out to our official sponsor, the Chosen Prime, where you can find many of the figures that we're going to talk about, either on pre-order. Maybe there's some in stock. I know there's a couple that I have that have just come in. Same for you, probably, James.
We'll be talking about one of those at the end of the show. Stay tuned.
Also want to say thank you to our members for supporting us. Really do appreciate you. We will be having a members live coming up soon. We have to figure out what dates we're going to do that. Sorry, I forgot February is a short month. As well as to our subscribers, we really do appreciate you. We are trying to hit 3,000 subscribers before TFCon, so we have a few weeks left. So, it really will help us out if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And with that, let's go ahead and hop into the news.
Let's do it, and let's talk about some TFCon news. And the first thing is, if you're interested in a Bob vs. Con shirt while you're there, you could go ahead and get one. So these are the designs. We will have black and white, but we have two different designs. We have the new Till All Debates Are Won in LA shirt, and we have the tried and true Not My Cup of Energon, but both designs are on the back, and we do have a little design on the front. These are all exclusive to LA, which you can see right here, the three different designs. They are all made by me. So let me know what you think. And if you do want to purchase these, you can pre-order them. And if you're not going to TFCon, we can ship them out as well. They'll be $25 for one shirt. If you want to get both of them, it's $40. Just let us know your size as well as what color you would want and which one you would want. Whether it's Not My Cup of Energon or the LA shirt. And yeah. So, also 3X and above, we will not be bringing. So if you are coming, please let us know, and we will have a shirt specifically made for you.
Yes.
So, yeah. What do you think of these designs, Bobby?
Well, personally, I think that we will be having some debates in LA, so definitely looking forward to that. I really like both shirts. Of course, as you said, tried and true, Not My Cup of Energon. We both love that shirt. Fans have seemed to love that shirt. And then the Till All Debates Are Won in LA. I really love that. I'm from California, so it just rings true to my heart. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing these in person and go get a shirt or two or 5 or 12.
And while you're doing that, we also have a print. Go ahead and email us at botversuscon@gmail.com as well. If you did already order a print and you want a shirt, let us know and we'll add that to your order.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think we could go ahead and move on to other TFCon news. All these people will be there. I have no clue what Charlie Slater is voicing, what type of quintessent experiment that is. But I think you need to go get Michael Chain's, that's a cool last name's autograph. Probably 4 of his autographs on different cards.
Yeah, that's I need like a buy one get 4 free. Yeah, that is really cool. I think Raul I remember him from a couple of episodes with Trax. So yeah, it's really cool. I think I may be looking into getting some autographs. We'll have to see.
Greg Weissman as well has done some very notable shows. Gargoyles, I think that's Young Justice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't remember which Spider-Man that was, but I know a lot of people liked it. And of course, Transformers Prime. So I think he's going to be very popular as well.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
There you go.
And Young Justice. I loved Young Justice as well.
Yeah. So go ahead and get his signature too.
Not going to be able to do it though.
Next, Toy Fair New York is going to be March 1st to the 4th at the Javits Center, I believe that is. Really cool. I would love to go. I guess they go there a lot, and they're going there again. Yeah, if you're in New York and you go, let us know how it is. If you go.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to have some business in New York. Maybe I can make some business in New York to have a reason to go.
That'll be right before Tfcon.
I know.
You'll be busy. Next, Toylanta is happening March 28th, 29th, and 30th in Duluth, Georgia. I love it when like Tfcon LA, but it's in Burbank. Toylanta, but it's in Duluth. I always think that's hilarious. They got a whole bunch of people coming, but for Transformers, there's Michael Charles Hill, who we met in Baltimore, who's the writer of a lot of the Transformers TV shows, and he created Tfcon. Also, Shartimus, who I think Shartimus Prime on YouTube, who used to do Transformer reviews, but it looks like he's focusing more on Marvel Legends nowadays. And for you G.I. Joe fans, Sergeant Slaughter will be there as well. Or
wrestling fans,
yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you that got me is Paige Turco. I had a little thing for her, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff. So, yeah, I'm not going. I don't think though. I don't think I'll be able to make it. I went last year and I ended up only buying my kid something, so I feel a little left out.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of our type of conventions, but I think it's really cool. If I was in the area, I would probably be going.
Oh, then you'd make me go then if that was the case.
Oh, yeah. I think we'd be going to a lot more conventions if we were in the same area.
Very true.
Moving on to some leaks. This is going to feel like deja vu, but they are clearer pictures, and they're still the leaks via in-demand toys. We've got the Supreme Prime. Still no way to pre-order it. No official announcement. As the Prime guy, what do you think?
I mean, I feel like I'm dressed as him right now. So shout out to Mike, who we had on when we were doing the review of the Hot Wheels
Yes.
Prime. He actually has a lot of Supreme clothes, which I just found out, as he sent me a picture of this and was just like, dude, you got to get it, and he sent me a bunch of things that had to do with Supreme, and I was just like, okay, well, maybe I will look into it. So depending on price and depending on availability, I may go ahead and grab this.
Yeah, I really like the pink windows with the Supreme underneath it.
Yeah,
I think that looks really nice. The rest of it's pretty monotone, which is kind of cool for like a one-off thing. I do wish there was maybe more paint on the trailer to make it look more realistic, besides just being a red box with Supreme on the side. Maybe some like siding or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it looks nice. Not my cup of energy at all. I think we spoke on the last one. I was reading online that people say Supreme's kind of like the meme brand where people will buy anything as long as it has a logo on it. I don't know anything about them. That's what I read online. And it kind of seems like that. Honestly, if the Supreme logo wasn't there and it was only in the chest and they did maybe the normal stripe or something, it would be a lot more appealing to at least me. And probably you too.
Well, I'll be honest. My friend sent me a picture of a model that we both find very attractive, and that sold me.
It's that easy with Bobby.
Why lie? She did it. She sold it.
But I do think this looks good. Let us know what you think of these fashion brand collabs. Are we going to get a Gucci Megatron next?
Oh,
Maybe. God. Maybe a Coach Starscream. I know some people out there would die for that. So let us know what you think down below, and we'll be right back with what has been just announced. Moving into just announced, we have Void Rivals issue 19, which will arrive in May. I don't know who the snake guy is, but I hope he's like the descendant of Cobra, and he like came to Earth like a millennia ago and created Cobra. He also has a pig nose.
Yeah, I think he's slur.
Don't call him a slur. Let's not do that.
No, now I gotta look up. He was with Tfcon.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of.
He kind of looks like one of those pigs from Angry Birds.
Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name now. It's gonna bother me.
Let us know in the comments. It's gonna bother Bobby until somebody gets it. But either which way, it does look like Wreck-Gar is coming into the fray, and he looks very, very cool, especially the far cover. I would really like that one.
I do too. I wonder who he's riding on.
True. So,
Slazaro?
I'm still looking it up.
Yeah, I'm still looking at it, but I just kind of thought about it. Is it Slazaro? Something like that. But
that sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah.
So let us know down below. And we're going to move on to Funbee Studios' Quintessent Engineer. What do you think of this?
This is not my favorite. I do remember the episode he was on. I think it was something in the depth or something like that. He lost one of his faces in the episode. I didn't really care for that episode. He was like creating these, creatures or whatever. This isn't the best to me. It's fine, but it doesn't look like. I've seen other work that they've done that's been better. I'll say that.
So I looked up this character, and I think Funbee Studios did a great job with making it come to life. I just really don't like this character design. It looks like he has the Easter Island head on a weird robotic. It looks like an octopus with a suit of armor on with an Easter Island head, and I just don't like that. But, it was the 80s. They did kooky things. I think you still need to get one of these for your collection to finish off your quintessent little, set. What if X-Transbots came out with one of these?
I would get it.
You'd get it. Okay.
Yeah, this looks like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
The colors and the material, it looks like Play-Doh. Like I remember as a kid, before the 3D printing and stuff like that, you roll it up, or if you had the little thing and you squeeze it through and it would come out like spaghetti, and that's what it looks like. They did some spaghetti arms on it. So that's what, again, why I said it, I think they've done things that look better. This just looks like Play-Doh to me.
Yeah, I get you. This is all for you, though. We got Dr. Wu's Disc Jockey, MC05, which is 07 movie Frenzy. So I know you were really excited about the laptop, especially the pink one. You're going to get that, I believe. What about this?
The alt mode looks good. I used to have a boombox that looked like this. That's all I got for you.
I will say they did a good job. And you did say you were going to get the pink laptop, just not for yourself, if you remember. And then I don't think you ended up doing it.
Never got it.
Alt mode, like you said, is great. I think it's so cool. I used to have one of those in my room too. I had a CD player.
Yep.
If you remember those. Mine was blue though, but whatever. And I think the bot mode is very accurate to what he looked like in the movie. I don't remember him turning into a stereo though. I thought he turned into the stereo of Barricade, the cop car, not a standalone stereo. Please correct me if I'm wrong down below. I think maybe there was a toy where he did this, but it wasn't like his official alt mode in the movie. Maybe I'm wrong. I always liked Frenzy when I was a kid because it didn't look like a Transformer. It looked like a monster. And I was all into monsters. So, won't be picking this up though. This is far past my wheelhouse, but I do think it looks good if you're a movie collector. And it'll probably go good with the Studio Series figures.
what you said, the boombox looks good.
Now, this Doctor Who figure, I do think you need to get. This is DWEOD9 Starfear Dead Starscream. I don't think you have a Starscream like this. So
I do not.
I think you need to pick up one of these because you said if you didn't have the legend size, you were going to pick it up.
If I wanted it.
you did not put that asterisk down.
No, I mean, I said, I'd be in for getting figures if they didn't have it in MP size in the Legends scale. I don't want this.
Why not?
Not that it looks bad. I would, if it was in MP size, I'd get it. But I don't really have a. I have a Ghost Starscream in MP size. I'm good with that. I don't need this one. It looks fine. So I don't need. This isn't one that I wouldn't go grab, just to grab. It looks good though, but
I think you'd only want this figure to recreate that scene in that one shelf you have,
right?
And this wouldn't work, But I do love what they did with the grays and then the silver as an accent. Like you could see it along the wing, on his feet, on his shins, around his torso. I love the different colors, the monochrome look. I think they did a great job with this. If you collected the Doctor Who's, I think you'd be all in on this. Especially since Galvatron came out as well, you could kind of recreate that scene. I think this is really cool.
Yeah, I like the shattered part on his chest, the cockpit.
Yeah,
I think that looks good as well. Yeah, if this was MP size, I'd be in for it. But yeah, I just don't need it in a Legends or mini Legends, whatever they call it.
And side note, everybody talks about how Optimus Prime's death was traumatic. Starscream's was way more traumatic for me. You can't kill off the bad guys; they're too cool.
Oh no!
To hell with Prime.
No.
I was like, how did you kill him? He's actually cool. I remember being a kid. No. Speaking of Prime, we got the best Masterpiece Prime available. We've got the Meng Meng Bien Police Cool Mecha Model Kit type, and it's a KO of the Legends IDW Prime via Shentu Toy Box.
I need to pour something stronger in my bottle.
I hope this thing's like $1. Because for $1, for a kid, or even $3, this would be great for a kid. It's not for us, but I could see a kid really liking it. I do like this mold. When it came out, it was really cool. I still think it holds up, more or less the original mold, not this one. But this is obviously aimed at like a child market. There's no paint, I think, anywhere on this, but it's not horrible for what it is. Now, if this was Hasbro aiming this at us, I think we'd be at Pitchforks in Rhode Island. But with this being a KO, probably very cheap, and it's fine.
KO just texted me and said, "Stop referring to this as a KO. They're offended." No, you hit it. It's not for us. It's something that you would give to a kid, and honestly, I'm not going to say that. It could be for an adult who doesn't want to spend a lot on something and just wants to have something at a desk or whatever, just to mess around with. It could be for somebody who wants to repaint, or do things like that. I mean, we have some fans who love to get their repaints in. Shout out to Blue. But I think if you're want to do something different with the figure, this is a good base mode to work with. And as you said, the transformation was kind of fun or holds up.
Especially if you're just starting and you don't want to spend $25 and mess up the figure, you can go ahead and try it on this. So
yep.
Let us know what character Bobby should paint this as, because he will be doing that. He just put himself in that position, and we will be right back with the updates.
Oh no, he didn't.
So I guess this is just the episode of Deja Vu's, because we're starting updates the same as the last one with Liokaiser, but this time it's been fully funded. So they did add all of the international things, I believe, because it shot up. So I'm very happy to everybody. As you could see, it's about at, I think, 11,000 as of when I took the screenshot. So I'm very happy for everybody that wanted this, and hopefully you get to Death Cobra. I think that's the one everybody really wants, is
Right.
Death Cobra. At least that would be the one I would really want if I was backing this.
Yeah, it's almost a must, and I think this will fully fund. I also saw somewhere that this is the fastest funding one since.
Well, I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe they added the international ones in way early. I don't believe they did that with the other ones, because I remember it being slower, and and this is not including Japan as well. Japan hasn't started their campaign, and this is a mainly Japanese character. Like, honestly, there's us fans in America don't have the nostalgia for this. I mean, you might, but it's not as common as it is in Japan. So I think when that happens, you're going to see another spike.
Yeah. I think when it's all said and done, this might look better than the Combiner Wars version.
I think it does look better than the Combiner Wars.
It holds
in combined mode, at least in combined mode.
It holds truer to the character, I think, in this mode. And I think for both of us, the reason we're not backing it is that we think it's too expensive for what it actually is. And not to say that it's a bad figure in any way. I just don't think it's a $300 figure, personally.
So, I will put my 2 cents in. I do think it is a bad figure in some ways, which is why the $300 is not worth it. There are some really good things about it, but there are some really big downfalls, and I think it's good to look at both of them. But we're not going to really talk about this episode, but we will go watch our video that we talked about it, our first impressions. But we will talk about this character, which is Guy Hawk, because they showed off more. The bot mode on this actually looks better, way better than Liokaiser, in my opinion, except his torso is a little bit long, but that's probably to incorporate the joints. I know we had some fans that said these look like the Aerialbots retooled. I don't think they are. They might have borrowed some engineering stuff with them, but these do look like new molds, at least to me. But I think this one, if they all looked like this, I might have been in.
I'm not going to tell that lie.
No, honestly, if they all looked like this, but I cannot excuse Kill Bison or Drillhorn, or I think that's his name. Which, when they show him off, we'll get into that.
Yeah, Kill Bison is just that's just terrible. Yeah, this looks fine. It's again, the price just priced me out. After having the TFC version in Masterpiece size and the Iron Factory in Legends size, I think both do it better than this Hasbro version. And so that's what's making me say I don't want to spend $300 on something that I don't think lives up to those two figures. And again, I do know that there's people who really want Liokaiser in their collection, and that makes perfect sense. I have 2, so it's like, I don't need a third.
Yeah, and I do think if you collect the mainline stuff, I think this will fit right in.
Right.
I still don't understand some of the design decisions. Wow, I'm tripping over my words. But I do think this looks good. Here it is. I don't like that peg. I forgot to mention that in bot mode. I forgot to do that. That needed to fold down or push in or something. But the jet mode looks very competent, much more so than Liokaiser. Whether or not Liokaiser is more complicated because it forms the torso, I don't know. But I do like this alt mode much better.
Yeah. I think also, I know in the comments people have talked about, Voyager, and I think it's Voyager in name alone. It's not the Voyager size that
I mean, these are 5.5 inches tall, every single one of them.
Yeah, so saying that, again, trying to justify the price because it's a Voyager, it doesn't look like a Voyager to me. I mean, sorry, not sorry. And again, I want people. I said it when it was first announced that it's going to fully fund. So I'm not, jumping on anybody by any means. Just like I hope nobody's jumping on me for not wanting to pick it up. If people want to pick it up, I'm like, great, add it to your collection. Let us know how it is so we can talk about it. Show us some pictures, all that stuff. Because I love when people get things that they want.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think, like you said, I think this figure looks, pretty good for what it is, but the price is what kills it for me. And yeah, especially when I see what they're doing with some of the other, what they can do, like with Skybite. Taking away my biasness, that figure just looks better than these, in my opinion, and I think in your opinion too. And it's Voyager as well, and it's 2 or 3 inches taller than this.
For somebody who doesn't like Skybite as a character, or for me,
and you would prefer Jet, honestly.
Definitely, So again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I think that if you want this, pick it up. I think it's going to fully fund. Hopefully, it unlocks everything. Hopefully they decide to throw in some other stuff towards the end. Hopefully the box that it comes in looks amazing. They have done some great looking boxes like Deathsaurus and Star Saber were great boxes that they came in as well. So hopefully the graphics on the boxes look good. Again, I'm just hopeful that maybe we'll get a Haslab that you and I both want,
like Deathsaurus.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
I agree. Let's move on to a figure I'm actually hyped for, though, and that is the animated Fugitive Wasp. These pictures of Trab. Honestly, these weapons look a lot better in person than Bees did. I still think I'm going to give him an actual gun, but I think this figure looks really good, personally.
I agree. I love the colors.
Yeah, the colors pop so well on this, and I hate when we agree because we have not much to talk about. Here's the alt mode, and you can see that one neon green part that I don't like in the back. I don't usually do this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pick a sticker setup for this figure when it comes out to fix that green part. I've been buying sticker sets quite a bit, so not as much as some people, but for figures I really like, and I think that'll just clean that up, make it so much better.
Yeah, I don't think mine will make it to alt mode. I just think that the bot mode looks so good. I don't love this bot mode at all. Or excuse me, this alt mode at all. And I picked up the B because you talked about how good of a figure it was. And I was just like, okay, it was on sale, so let me try it. This one I'm actually picking up because I just really love the colors. The colors just look amazing on this. I think Hasbro did an amazing job with the bot mode on this.
I agree. Next up, we have Age of the Primes air raid behind the scenes from Mark Clonis. And I sound like a broken record. He needs to do the product images because these actually look really nice. And the alt mode, we talked about how it looked all chibi before and it was squished. Doesn't look very bad here. He did a very good job either taking pictures of this or hiding its flaws. I don't know which. Either which way, I think this figure looks a lot more competent. Whether or not you talk about the combined mode, this figure alone actually looks pretty good. I
love the bot mode, kind of like a Superman-ish type, taking flight. I think it looks really good. This actually does look a lot better. And I can say, I'm not picking this up, but I can say that it's looking better the more we're seeing of the pictures and things. And I agree, he does a very good job with positioning the figures to hide their flaws,
or to show off their positives, or one or the other. I think they just need you could probably save some money, Hasbro, with having him do the photography, or have him at least pose the figures and tell him how to do it.
This looks really good.
And then No Trab got both of them with Slingshot and Air Raid. and you could kind of see the chibiness in the alt mode here, especially on slingshots, I believe.
Yeah.
I do not like that alt mode. I don't like how blocky the cockpit is. But the bot modes do look pretty good. I remember it being curved. I could be wrong.
My eyes aren't that good. From here,
even if it's accurate, I still don't like it.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the G1 a little bit. And again, I don't even care. The wings are a little bit rounded towards the top. That's the only thing I can see from the box that's up here. But I agree. It just looks stubby. It looks stubby. The bot mode is fine. I think they nailed it. We've talked about this. They nailed it on the head. Both figures, the head looks really, really good on both of them. Again, I don't think either of us are going to pick these up, but for those that want a Hasbro version of Superion, I mean, and not want to spend the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the fans toys, or go back and get the Zeta version, they may not fit your collection. I mean, this is a much better option than the Combiner Wars. I can say that.
Yeah. And I did put this picture in because he had them with the Studio Series Constructicons, which honestly they should have put the Constructicons in with the Age of the Primes, and I don't think a lot of people would have cared as much. And they look good together. Honestly, they look like they're supposed to be part of the same line. Do they all have flaws? Yes, but if you're already in and on this scale, it's okay.
The Constructicons look bigger than the Aerialbots. Am I seeing it wrong?
And in these pictures, they do. Yes.
Okay.
I think the Aerialbots are going to be very tiny.
Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't have anything else to say. Moving on, we've got Red Alert from No Trab again. I have to say, this figure's looking better and better the more we see of it. I do like Red Alert. I wish it came with the minigun. The minicon. I wish it come with a minigun too. That'd be kind of cool. I do like how the over-the-shoulder launcher, while it is not spring-loaded, it looks like it had, it's on a peg so you can move it around. I think that's kind of cool. If I see this on clearance, which probably will, I will probably pick this up. I think this is really cool. It's better than their other Armada figures, at least in my opinion.
I agree with you but I'm not picking this up unless it's like on steep discount. I never really liked this character either. This would have to be like $7 or something like that. And I know I'm saying that because I just really don't like this character. I have the original, didn't like that one.
Oh really? Oh, I love the original.
No, I thought it was.
Well, to me, it was one of the ones coming from Beast Wars to Armada, and then, or not even that, RID to Armada. They dropped posability, and this was the one figure that had posability, so that's why I liked him.
Yeah, I thought he was too top heavy and skinny old legs, and just whatever. So yeah, $7 or something like that. Slow month, I'll pick it up. But I do like, again, the head sculpt on here. It's giving me RoboCop vibes. And the colors look great on it, but yeah, this is just a character I just didn't like.
Yeah, we all have our likes. The alt mode though does look very cool. I do like this alt mode. He just needs a minicon. They even have the minicon port on the back of that big clear light bar.
I have a feeling.
I think Evan did say he's trying to figure out how to get minicons to fans, so we'll see.
Age of Primes, they're going to be related to
Mini Cronus or whatever, Micronus or whatever.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see 3-packs come out for
a leader class.
$30.
Leader class price point, you get 3 minicons.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is fine. It reminds me of the skids and the medic and all the other molds.
Which is funny because that was our custom class for, was it Chicago? Yeah, it was Chicago.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it now.
Yeah. For Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, we've got G2 Grimlock and Wheelie. You picking this up though, right?
I don't want to. I'm so sick of this mold. I really don't want to. But I don't want to spend the money to get the G2 fans toys. That late tax is too taxing for me. God, I don't want to, but I probably will.
I actually do like this. I like the blue Grimlock. I always thought that was a cool color scheme. I already have one with the Planet X. I wouldn't be opposed to picking this up, especially if we get it for $35, like some of the leaders that are still on shelves to this day. But I'm not paying full price for this. And that wheelie is atrocious. I don't know what that's referencing. I do not like those colors at all. But I think the Grimlock's fine. He just needs a sword. That's why I didn't pick up the original Studio Series Grimlock. I'm like, how can you have Grimlock without a sword? To me, somebody that was reading comics, didn't grow up with the 80s, the sword was so iconic for Grimlock, I'd rather him have the sword versus the gun. And the fact that it doesn't come with the sword makes it moot to me. It's not Grimlock, in my eyes. So, and I'm glad I didn't, because I remember I walked in and there was a wall of Studio Series Grimlocks. And then 2-3 weeks later, everybody was saying how they couldn't get them. And I'm like, they're everywhere. What are you talking about? So, and then they weren't. But, yeah. And then you rant and rave about how good this mold is. So,
don't know about that aspect.
the teeth aren't painted at all.
There's no front teeth.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's no front teeth.
Well, there's no colored teeth on this one.
Yeah, there's a DNA kit that's going to probably get re-released for this one. I did buy the DNA kit, which actually allows you to throw the wheelie away if you like.
And it gives you a new wheelie.
Yeah, and that wheelie is so much better. I mean, this one is very static. I think it's cool that he has the slingshot, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't know how many versions of this. I was trying to count, 4, I guess. However many they've released, I have them all, and that's why there's the yellow one, there's the comic one, there's the original, there's the shattered glass.
I think that's it.
Yeah, so this would be number 5. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I don't want to buy this, but I won't pay full price for it either.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to. Next, we don't have to talk much about this. We've got Studio Series 86 Jazz. Looks familiar. It looks good. I don't understand why he put the wings out. That's not how Jazz's wings are supposed to look. Because he has them in on the other one. I do wish on this figure you could have folded them out. I know it's not Studio Series cartoon accurate, but I've always preferred the wings on Jazz. Not a bad figure, though. Don't know if they fixed the breakage issues that people were having on it, though.
Wow, I didn't have any breakage. The
whole clear plastic assembly in the back cracks on some people's and falls off.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When did this figure come out? 5-6 years ago?
I'm trying to sell the extra one I have now.
Good luck now that this is...
I mean, it's neither here nor there. It's just taking up space. Yeah, it's fine. I do remember when I first got this, I was excited because I did like Jazz, and that was kind of like the early introduction to 86 line, and I thought it was really, really cool. It looked really good for the time, and I was very happy with this. I didn't have any issues with mine. So
yeah, I got mine for about $10. It was on sale at like Ross or something, and I liked it for that price. I like it as its repaints better, though. Why haven't we gotten a Ricochet out of this, though? That's my question.
Because we got Cheetos.
And Jackpot.
Yes, that too.
I actually bought this figure to be Shattered Glass Jazz, because Shattered Glass Jazz's colors aren't too different, and I was just going to pop a purple sticker on it and call it good, and then I stopped collecting Shattered Glass. So, yep. Moving on, we've got the Bobby's favorite Shockwave from Dark of the Moon. I think this figure actually, detail-wise, looks very nice. It looks like it does in the movie. Don't remember what the alt mode looks like, but if you want this, feel free to pick it up. I think it's cool. I would get the oversized knockoff, though.
Yeah, I like the 3 in the back there.
Next, we have an update on 3.0's DLX Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. I guess it's more movie accurate with the face, mask, and the globe. So, great. I don't know how accurate it was before.
The globe looks really cool. And I'm not being funny here. The globe looks like it looks like it has texture to it. So it looks good. Yeah. I don't have any DLX figures, but it looks like the movie character, I guess, and get it if you want it.
You need to get this though. So this is from No Trab, and it's the Defender 2 model kits. I don't think this is technically what they're doing, because that looks like, who is it, Hook's head at the top? Definitely not Devastator. I think he just showed off what they plan to do, if I'm not mistaken. But I do think you need to go ahead and get another Devastator for your Devastator Wars.
I would get these before I get the Hasbro one, actually.
You and me both. So, again, this isn't official. This is just what I think he did. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks fine. But
I mean, if there's pegs and places in there, maybe, you know.
I think they're planning on doing it, and he's just showing what they plan to do.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, yeah. Moving on to Akai Studios, they have an alternate Earthrise head sculpt. I'm going to say what you said, the head's too good for the figure.
Yeah. It looks great. Yeah. I don't think, I know I won't be picking this up.
We also got Galvatron from the new Studio Series Galvatron. You can get extra grumpy head or smirking head.
That looks really good.
Yeah,
gives me a little shredder head look,
especially without it being painted like this.
Yeah.
And cup.
This one looks really good.
So you gonna pick it up?
No. Looks really good though.
Well, let's see if you're going to be picking up this next thing, which has QQT's upgrade set for Raiden, and the special Raiden decided to make you go pick these up.
Oh no. Nope, not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
It does make them look so much better though.
I'm happy with my Moon Studios. They were cheaper, look better. If I don't even remember how much was this, 6. This was at least, no, this was more than that. Like maybe
this was like $120 a figure, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that's like $750.
So if this
plus or minus,
if this whole thing was $280, I'd get it.
I mean, it's the same size as Liokaiser, and probably has more paint. Not gonna lie, but yeah.
I would get it for the alt modes. I think that's where this shines.
I agree.
In the alt modes.
Well, let us know what you think of Raiden down below. And moving on, we've got Unique Toys, Red Destroyer. You did say you were very interested in this because of the car. This is via MPM Collector. Are you still picking this up?
No. I said I might have been
thinking about it.
No.
You definitely said that.
Is this finished? This isn't finished.
No, there's more paint.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's more paint.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was one of the other knockoffs or something like that, or I don't know.
No, it was this one that you said because you like the alt mode.
This is Unique Toys,
and you said, "Oh, it looks nice." The bot mode doesn't look as bad as other movie toys. You said.
God. Let me pour out some of the stuff I poured into. Yeah, I don't like this here. I don't remember. The alt mode of this I do love. I love the car. This I need to see the finished product. I doubt I would pick this up as well. I do recall saying that because it didn't have the movie head, the typical movie head.
Yes, it was more like a helmet than a movie head. Yeah. I think this looks like a Carnage from Spider-Man crossover. That's what this reminds me of, with the red and the spikes and the blade coming off of the arm and the other weird thing on his arm. I do like Stinger. I think it's a very cool idea to have a Nemesis Bumblebee that's red. I don't really want a movie stylized one, though. I'd rather have a more G1 version, which is why I got that the one Prime cliff jumper. I turned that into a Stinger just by putting some stickers on them. But I think this is really cool. I'd love to see the price. If this is like $60-$70, which I don't think it is, I would probably pick it up just because I do like Stinger. And, he's a weird bot. Maybe he's infected with some disease or something, and he could be with other people in my collection. But I'm probably going to be good. But it looks cool. If this transforms, there's some magic going on in there. And I don't even... That might dissuade me from picking it up, too, because that looks crazy.
I'm... Stay tuned. I don't... So far, I'm out.
Are you out on this, though? We've got Fans Hobbies. I don't know if this is the combined... I don't think it is. I think he bought them separately. This is via Lord Cryotech on TFW. But I did want to put it in here because they are re-releasing it. And I've got to say, this picture makes this look very nice in combined mode.
I actually think this does look nice as well. I considered buying the release of both together because I just never liked the trailer. Yeah. I've never had... I don't even know what was his name. The add-on.
I think it's Wingsaber.
Wingsaber, yes. I never had Wingsaber.
Or Starsaber.
Not Starsaber.
I don't remember which one this is.
I think it's Wingsaber.
Arrowblade. Let's just call him that because.
Okay, that too. I never had them, even for my original. So I did think about it, and then I was just like, I'm not gonna. When they first released this, I was like, I'm not gonna buy that Prime though because I hate the Prime. And then when they did this, I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. I still don't know if I'm going to do it, though.
Yeah, I think this does look a lot better. And Wingsaber, or I think that's what it was, or whatever his name was. I didn't even know about him until after the run of Energon. So it was just one of those figures. Never saw in store, never got as a gift, never knew it existed. So I have no connection with this, but I have to say, this picture makes it look very, very good. Much better than the other pictures that we've seen of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
And I like how you can change, the arms to the legs and the legs to the arms. That's
give it a different look. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think this is the better configuration for this Prime with the red on the top and the blue. It's more typical Prime colors, I guess, which looks very nice. The other one looks good too, but I think this one is the winner with the wings and the gold on the shoulders and stuff. So
yeah.
Moving on, we've got a stop motion from the Green-Eyed Lycan doing Giant Legion's Combiner team. Did you watch this?
I did not.
It was pretty cool. I just want these to come out already so we could have him finished. So
I don't want to stop the motion. I need you to hurry up the motion and bring me my two last figures so I can get it done. Yeah, like you, I'm waiting. I'm really excited about these two. It will be our first finished entry into the Devastator Wars, so I'm very excited about that. And yeah, I think they all look good together too. And
yeah, I agree. And it'll probably be a long time until another one's finished.
Oh my gosh.
So stay tuned for all of those Devastator wars, and we'll be right back with what's incoming and recently released.
My wallet just called and cussed me out.
It does that a lot. Moving into incoming, I know Bobby's gonna get both of these that are incoming, and I don't even think he's gonna argue with me. The first thing is X-Transbot's Paragon, and these pictures are via June King, and I think it's funny that you could rip them in half. I mean, I get it for combined mode, but I just think it's just funny.
Yeah, I didn't know this, that he ripped in half. I just saw somebody posting it on Facebook, and it was ripped in half. I thought they broke it. And I was just like, oh, snap. X-Transbot's about to take a deep dive here. They were doing pretty good. But now that I know, it's like, okay, cool. It looks really good. I know they're going to do a toy version as well.
And a G2 version.
Oh, yeah, they do need to do the G2 version.
You're gonna get all three of them. And then what if they do a Shattered Glass version?
Well, no, wait, did they do... I have the G... I don't know if they did a tuned version. Excuse me. I think they did.
They will.
They just did the G2 version, which... yeah.
I think was a Chosen Prime exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about the new one coming out. I don't think it is. I think it's going to be a wide release, but I think the first one was an exclusive for Tfcon.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting to get this, and I'll be happy when I do get it in. It's been a long time. I'm waiting to finish a Defensor as well. That's in a size that I'd be happy with.
It's taking a long time for all of them.
It is. I mean, that's probably a good thing.
And here, I really like the alt mode because like the doors open up, the back opens, and while you can't slide in like a gurney or whatever, I like that that's where the weapon stores. I believe that's the weapon. I think that's really cool. And the combined mode, the problem I have with it is the windows are painted on the combined mode part, but are clear on the alt mode. I think they had to do one or the other because it really looks mismatched to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't see it when you initially made that point, but I see it now. Yeah, I think the alt mode really shines. I love the accents on there. You know, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and the transformation. I did watch a video on that. The legs look like they got a little wonky there, but hopefully it's not too bad. I just always take my time.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do. Next up, we have Ocular Max Astray, which I believe Ocular Max or MMC came out with a whole bunch of things saying the hands can be opened or closed in car mode. The sword handle / trailer hitch catch could carry inside the cavity. The sword block can be stored on a peg in the bumper cavity. The sword blade is better. He thinks the sword blade's better stored in the inside point and it's more stable. The short blades can be stored in car mode, and they look like rocker panels from the side view. And for the trunk, to avoid the gap, make sure the slider panel inside is slid up to match the angle of the back window panel in the car. Go check out MMC's Facebook page. I believe these pictures are posted there for better pictures, and you can see what they're talking about more. I only put a few. It's kind of, I'm glad they're doing this and showing it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why didn't you put a lot of those notes in the box with the figure?
Yeah. I think at this point in time, they're like, hey, look, we gotta keep the interest going on this. I mean, it's been delayed. I must admit, I was fortunate enough to get my hands on one, and I do like it. And I actually did some of those things on mine. I was like, okay. Especially the big sword, and you have it on this picture here. The arrows pointing to the part right above the handle. I can't think of what it's called, but I didn't know that that's separated and can peg in there. And I'm like, oh, that's so much better. So there's some really cool things about this, and I thought that was cool that you can do it with the hands open or closed. It doesn't really matter. Mine are closed right now. The small swords peg in really good, and that's fine. And then the hilt plugging in the back is fine. It just looks like a toe hitch.
Yeah, so looks like a cool figure. I'm in no rush to pick mine up. It'll come here when it comes here. Moving on to recently released, we already did a review on this, but the Star Wars collab is actually found in stores. So TFW user Chicagolander found it in Vernon Hills in Illinois. So that's pretty cool. And TFW user, or mod, Deshande found the Deluxe Origins Bumblebee at US retail in a GameStop. Didn't say which GameStop. But yeah, happy hunting if you're looking for these. Go watch our review on the Mandalorian. Is it worth full price? I'll let you be the judge.
I can say that there's one in Marietta, Walmart, because my dumb butt forgot to cancel the full price one I had pre-ordered, and I just returned it yesterday. So it is, or actually no, I take that back. I'm sorry. I returned it on Sunday. So if nobody got it, there's one there.
Typical Bobby move.
Yeah.
Next, we got Killer Body's wearable helmet, and this is the G1 Optimus Prime with the clear parts. These pictures are via Shentu toy box. Now, Bobby, what do you think the price is on this?
$400.
Close. $499 plus a $60 delivery.
Oh.
And that's coming straight from Killer Body's website, as far as I can tell.
So I did see this on another website, and I was just like, oh, how much is it? And I rounded to 400. I can't remember if I saw it for a little bit less or a little bit more, whatever. It looks amazing. It looks really, really, really good. I really like it. I don't like it for $400.
It's cool. I love the clear parts. That's what makes this. But even if it was a Nemesis Prime, I wouldn't pick it up. Not for that much.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's very cool. You know, if you're a cosplayer, I can see investing in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Bobby needs to be, so maybe you should pick it up. But I think this looks very cool.
Yeah. This would be something that would sit on my shelf and collect dust, unfortunately.
And you'd rather have at least 2 figures probably than this collecting dust.
Yeah. And again, if I had space, if I was, 2 pages of pre-orders, then I could start looking at things like this. But yeah, this is too expensive not to have in a case. And I just don't. I'm out of space now,
yeah.
And I just don't have. I need to buy some more cases, and I don't want to start a case full of helmets.
Yeah.
But this looks good.
That would be kind of cool if you collected the Transformers helmets. Not you, but I'm saying if somebody did and had a case of all of them, that would look really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually went maybe 2 years ago, GameStop had the Soundwave helmet on sale, and I missed it. And that might have got me to start collecting if I would have grabbed that. But
I think those are a lot cheaper than this, though.
Oh, definitely.
Those
but I would have been
completely different. This is Fans Toys and that's Hasbro. Might be the same company, but price-wise.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would have got me into it. That would have got me into maybe collecting helmets, and then I would have saw this and be like, "Oh, okay, this looks better than what I have. Let me go ahead and jump in on it." But I'm not gonna make my entry.
GameStop messed up.
GameStop did it.
Next up, Chosen Prime has Purple X-Load, the limited edition available. So go pick it up there if you still need it. I will be picking this up from them. I hate figures like this because I feel like I'm just getting it because I have another figure. Does that make sense? I'm not excited about this one per se. I do think it looks great. It'll look good next to the other one, but I think if it was a standalone, I wouldn't be picking it up. So I'm getting it begrudgingly, and I don't like that about figures.
I think I like this one better than the original, though. Than the
Oh, I completely agree with you. This one looks better than the original. I want the Ultra Magnus already, and I will be happy.
Yeah. But like you, I will be picking this up as well. And jeez, I don't know where I'm going to put it.
I know I filled up my shattered glass shelf, so I don't know where he's going to go, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, he might just hang out in the box for a little bit.
Let us know if you want to see a live transformation video from Bobby. So let's get out of the box. You guys can talk me into it. Try it.
Not gonna happen. Thank you guys very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Hopefully we shared some things that you like, that you're going to pick up, maybe some things you didn't like, and you agree with us, you disagree with us. Let us know in the comments below. Go check out pre-orders for the shirts, the prints, all that stuff. Let us know if you're coming to LA. We'd love to see you and meet you. We're less than a month away.
Yeah, it's coming up very fast, so let us know about all of that, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Yes, till all debates are won. Later.